HBAR is printing a monster candle today off of the news that we just got about their involvement with BLACKROck. So we're going to go through that today. If you guys enjoy my content, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Approaching 1,000 subscribers. Would like to hit it before the end of next month, before I head back out to Thailand. So let's dive into the video. We could see HBAR just absolutely ripping up 38% as of right now on the day. We'll quickly hop over here to, the HBAR Foundation tweeting out this little video of Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock.
We believe ETFs are a technology no different than Bitcoin was a technology for asset storage. We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification. We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities around bonds and stocks and digital by having a tokenization. But the most importantly thing, we can customize strategies through tokenization that fits every individual. We would have instantaneous settlement. Think about all the costs of settling bonds and stocks. But if you had a tokenization, everything would be immediate because it's just a line item. And so we believe this is a technological transformation.
So you heard it there first from Mr. Larry Fink himself. The future of crypto is the tokenization of real-world assets. And sure enough, today we get an announcement from the HBAR Foundation. Today we witness real-world asset history as BlackRock's ICS U.S. Treasury Money Market Fund, MMF, is tokenized on Hedera with ArcaX and owner AIO, marking a major milestone in asset management by bringing the world's largest asset manager on-chain. So you can see the little promo right here. They continue to say, this development builds on the growing portfolio of institutional RWAs on Hedera. With Hedera's governing council member, HBAR plc, the UK's largest active wealth manager, tokenizing its flagship multi-billion-dollar MMF on Hedera last year. This additional BlackRock MMF, along with existing offerings, are all available directly on ArcaX platform, as well as through connected networks available to professional and institutional clients. Through the tokenization of this additional MMF, the best-in-class combination of speed, security, and low fixed fees on Hedera are further validated, and we look forward to welcoming the next wave of global TradFi institutions to the network for RWA tokenization. You can learn more about the MMF in our latest HBAR blog. So again, just showing here too the Hedera Council, all these massive partners, all the governing council on Hedera, Boeing, Chainlink, Dell, Google, LG, IBM, Ubisoft, there's all these massive companies. And is it fair to say it? We told you so? We told you that these things are coming. That this is the future. These blockchains, HBAR, XDC, Algorand, Casper, XRP, XLM, Quant, these are all laying the foundation for the big money, for the institutions, for the way that money's going to move in the future. And these funds, being tokenized on Hedera, this is just an example of this beginning. Okay? We also have here from the HBAR Foundation, real-world use cases solving real-world problems to drive real-world value. Welcome to Hedera, the network processing more real transactions per second than the top 100 networks combined. So you can see here, Hedera's doing 1,958 transactions per second. Second place is Solana at 763. Third is Tron at 107. So it's just blowing the competition out of the water in terms of actual real world utility and use case. And again, people are still sleeping on it. People aren't paying attention. I'm upset with myself. I did some rotation on this dip that we had, and I got my HBAR bag up. But I wish I threw more money in and I got it up even more. Obviously there's always the shoulda, coulda, woulda. But yeah, it's just crazy. We haven't even broken our old high yet at around 14 cents. We'll get back to the chart in a second. I just want to go through a couple more tweets. From Credible Crypto, also, BlackRock has officially launched tokenized funds on 2 networks in the space thus far. Ethereum and Hedera. Have I got that right? So yeah, just a massive development. I haven't seen anything about ETH getting like tokenization partnerships with BlackRock, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe ETH has. This is the only one I've seen so far, is Hedera. I've also seen that BlackRock is working with Securitize, which also utilizes XDC, which I made a previous video about that, talking about real world assets and XDC and their connection with BlackRock. Finally, here from Neuroshan Don. Finally, glad to see HBAR is pumping. Solid project, here to stay. Most people would have to admit that. I don't deal with shite. Perfect. Yeah. So it's just great to see that there's finally some official stuff out there that like people are actually recognizing, because we've been displaying this information for so long about these utility projects, and it seems like nobody cares. It also seems like when we get some of these announcements, sometimes we just pump up and then drop right back down. So who knows? Maybe that'll happen. Maybe this will just get this pump and then it's just going to dip right back down and do nothing for a while. Obviously possible, but if we go on the chart for HBAR, let's clean it up a bit. I got a lot of stuff on here. So yeah, I would say these are important levels. We could, like, I have this falling wedge drawn out, right? We broke out of it. We retested it right here. We bounced off. I think the really important thing, if we get rid of this wedge though, is that this was a pretty good, like, just accumulation structure down here. We had our capitulation. We broke down. We accumulated here for a while. We broke back on top as our sign of strength. We broke out above these highs at around like 10 cents. We were sitting on top of 10 cents as support pretty good, but then we had this capitulation event in the market, wicked back down all the way to these lows. We didn't take them out though, right under 7 cents. And then what do you know? We have fired right back out of there just as quick as we came down. So structurally, this looks really good. We have, yeah, just our drop, our accumulation, our breakout. And now we're still sitting above that breakout region with this pump back up. So I would expect the next level that we get to is between 19 to 25 cents. Just this cluster right over here. If I were to draw a little rectangle, like this cluster of price action we had. So that's where I'd be looking next. I think we'll get there pretty swiftly, assuming that Bitcoin holds or Bitcoin gets another leg up here and starts pushing out of its range. I think HBAR heads over here, and then ultimately much farther beyond here. HBAR's market cap right now is about 4.5 billion. I think this thing easily could get to 45 billion, like easily a 10x from here with how massive the project is. If you have something like Solana at 90 billion, this thing can hit half of that, in my opinion, no problem. So $1.20 for HBAR I don't think is crazy. I don't think 240, 250 for HBAR is crazy at all this cycle. I think that's a low end target for me, is $2.50. I believe it can go much higher than that. Okay, so let's do one more thing before we go. Let's pull a Fibonacci and see what the Fibonacci's would say. Holy moly, that can't be right. Settings. Fib levels, no, yeah. So we want to do a linear fib targets here. Yeah, so look, I wouldn't be surprised. 4.236 extension, around $2.40. I think that's pretty perfect, actually. That lines up pretty well. So yeah, that would be my base case, my analysis. It's nothing crazy. Obviously not financial advice. This is all just me speculating, but it's great to see that news that we got today. If you are an investor in HBAR, you like HBAR, or you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I got daily content coming out on crypto, news, analysis, all of this nonsense. So if you enjoyed, let me know, and I appreciate you taking the time and watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.